drills to minimize chicken wing. So number one, the first thing we all need to know is why does a chicken wing happen? Because again, this is a reaction. This is not an action. So all of you out there that are trying to keep your arms straight, that's not going to help. If you tense it up and you just try and keep this straight throughout your entire motion, you're never going to actually be able to unload energy, because this is going to end up turning into a blockage. It'd be like taking a hose and kinking it when we create too much tension here, and we will then become the absorption of what that energy is. So first things first, what we have to understand is that the arms have a little bit of give in them, and they have to have the ability to swing to straight. Like as an example, I've seen a lot of good ball strikers that look like this. You look at like a Lee Westwood, or even you look at a Jordan Spieth, their arms are bent, but as they get down into impact, this arm starts to straighten out. Now, maybe not Jordan Spieth's, I mean, his does somewhat, Lee Westwood's doesn't actually, but there's a lot of good players that I've seen that they'll let this arm actually bend a little bit, more like a JB Holmes, and then from here, they can still swing, their arm can still swing to straight. Now, the main reason why people have a chicken wing is when they go here, generally they start with a crappy setup, okay? They get short with turn, they stand up, they pull down, they have no rotation, and so their arms just have nowhere to go. The only place their arms would be able to go to where they could straighten them is over here. But how can I get a club that's moving from this direction over there to straighten out my arm? I can't. So what you've actually got to be able to do, this is where we need rotation from the body so that my arms have a runway to swing down what my target line is. So this is where impact drills come in very, very, very handy. So for me, if I stand straight up and down, rotate to the target, bend from my rib cage back down to this golf ball. Okay, now from here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little momentum with my arms, and I'm going to start clearing the lead side of my hip. So I'm here at impact, and I'm going to clear my hip, and I'm really, really, really going to feel like my arms are swinging down my target line. So a lot of times, if you're visual, throw a reference in there, okay? Throw an alignment stick in there. Create a feel. Here's impact. Now, what does it feel to keep that club head swinging down that line longer? So I'm here, impact, and then I let that swing down the line. Now, another way, this is a very, very elementary, yet a very simple way of doing this. You can also check your setup with this. If I'm here at setup, I don't have the ability to swing my arms to straight on the plane that I would want. The only way that I could actually make contact with the ball is to come from here, but then my arm's going to chicken wing. So make sure that you're tall enough at setup. Make sure your back line's up here at like 150, 154, instead of down here at like 135, 140. Get your back line up here, swing this back, relax the arms, and plain and simply just let gravity take over the club and let the arms swing. Feel what it's like to actually be tension-free enough to allow your arms to swing to where the golf ball is. Because once we understand that our arms have the ability to swing, once we understand our arms have the ability to swing and we can release the heck out of the face, then all I've got to add is a little bit of rotation earlier. So that's a really good way. Understand the arms have the ability to swing, but what we have to do with them is we have to start them off in a relaxed state, keep them in a stretching state, keep them in that state for as long as possible before we start to actually unload all of our energy. So start off, just let the arms be very natural, let them be relaxed as all gets, and from there, what you're going to want to do is simply just let the arms swing to straight. You can see how easy and how relaxed I look here, and you'll actually finally start to feel what the club's doing. Let's do another question.